Mic check 1 2. Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Perfect. Hey, everybody. Sorry for the late spot here. I was going to do this a little bit earlier in a video, and I still may, but it'll probably be a little bit easier if I just do this. So we'll start from here. So thanks everybody for hopping on. Of course, if you guys are into the game or want to get into the game, please use my referral here. I did just come out with a video kind of showing how to create the account for Star Citizen, so that's pretty cool. Um, yeah, so we'll go ahead and get started with that. So I am in Persistent Universe. I believe I was in this earlier, so we'll just take it from the start, right? Um, Actually, sorry guys, I completely forgot. Do want to start with this first. Alright, so this is a guide from Mr. Kraken. He is on the community hub quite a bit. Just going over a few things here. I don't think actually. I'm not sure how much he actually has. Box facility, condenser, fuel reactor. Okay, perfect. So if you look at this, and I may actually just bring this out. This one might be a little bit better. Let's see though. See if I can already saved that. So I'm gonna hit up this. We're gonna open this image. Browse downloads today at 9:43. Ah, there we go. All right, perfect. So this is how we're gonna do this. So just going over this guide. Like I said, you will be able to find that online. But thought it'd be a good idea to kind of have a quick review of this before we got started. So thanks again, Mr. Kraken, for this. He's been doing a pretty great job right now. From what I've seen, he's provided guides for a majority of those new missions lately. This may be about the same, but we can try it. This is what I'll do. That's better than nothing. So yeah, it's kind of split up into these ports. So first it has vents. There's reset 4 pulses. You have to clear the calcified coolants, so you have to clear the stalactites on those coolant modules. You also have to repair any of the pipe, and then you have to actually download the data on the final combo. Sorry, first you have to pull the lever, and then you have to download the data. So first port, of course. Second port, condensers. You have to have 3 plasma canisters, and you have to put those in the specific locations there. Once you have those in the locations, they'll fall down, and then you can download data from the other side. Third part, fuel reactor. Once you hit that spot, you'll have to go to the fuel reactor. You've got to mine some things, repair some things, and then you have to put the plasma cell into the kind of machine in the middle there. So that's the first 3 parts. Not too bad. The hardest part still is this power core part. So you have to go through 1 through 6, complete the gantries, green accent lights. It says the next gantry flashes amber. All light blues means the puzzle has reset. And then you have to connect that linkage for the region code and download the region code. So region code here, actually for the resource later on, and I'm not 100% sure he has that here. But for the resource, this is the first location. So if you select 01, plus the addition of whatever is this research wing, that'll actually give you that resource. So you do need 5.1, 5.2, and 5.3 for that new armor, the crush armor. We'll get into that in a bit there. So yeah, this is definitely the hardest part. Definitely look at it. It says 12 pulses to reset. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. I thought it was on the timer actually. And then you have to head to Research Wing. So once you head to Research Wing, you'll go into the Gravity Lab, Xenotech, or the Medical Lab. So I've been trying to do this stuff for the armor, which means you actually have to do the Medical Lab to get those corresponding resources for that location. If you do Xenotech, I'm pretty sure that gives you the resources for the weapon. So you'll get the Wicklow weapon, or be able to turn that in with the corresponding new LMG to get the Wicklow version. And then the Gravity Lab, I'm not actually 100% sure what this does. Or I know what it does, but it gives you a different resource, but I'm not 100% sure what that's actually used for. So then once you get to the Site B, and really the Research Wing's not hard at all. The Site B wing's not that bad. The power core, the engineering is definitely the hardest part, and I would say this in particular is the hardest. So we'll see that here in a bit. But once you get in there, Site B is not too bad. I have to kill some guys, go to the location, and then you'll do the experiment. But we'll get into that here in a bit. So definitely, if you guys have any questions or anything, leave a comment in chat. Definitely like and subscribe that video as well. Oh, there you go. Sorry, I did miss that. Obtain one of 3 catalyst kits. So XTL is for the weapon, PWL is for the Gravity Lab, and then RGL is actually for the weapons. So that's what I've got for that right now. We'll get into the game. As long as the game capture's working. Perfect. Alright, so we're getting into the game now. Give you guys just an update of what I go into. And actually, I'll wait until I get to the hangar. So my game is kind of messed up a little bit this patch, so I usually put Lorville as my home, as I do right now as well. The problem is I do not get my extra large hangars. That's been a little iffy this patch. But it is what it is. And like I said, I was going to make a video. I just thought it'd be a little bit easier, and I still may make a video, but it's going to be a little bit easier just to go through it on live stream, I think. And if you haven't been to Lorville yet, this is definitely a beautiful place. It did win the resource drive, so hopefully we'll get some love here in the next few months. Gotta love the location. This is a spaceport. This is actually the big tower, we'll see, but definitely a beautiful place. I don't think I need anything, so I'll go straight to the location. If you do need to go to the store, they did temporary changes right now. You can go there to their store and buy some weapons. Already have the weapons, so I'm not too worried about that. If you need new med gel with the newest revision of the medical play, you go into that Mariah Pure of Art. Again, don't need to do that right now, as I don't die. No, I'm just kidding. I don't die a lot. See if we can hop on this. Did want to take the time to congratulate Shadow Moses on a fighter flight win today. Definitely watched the last final 5 or 6 matches. My org Meridian, we did get beat out by Avenger Squadron Blue, so they did come in 2nd place, but they were not able to beat out Shadow Moses. If you are into the game or trying to think about getting into the game, there is a whole esports section that really doesn't get enough love. It's produced by Atmo Esports. You don't really see a lot of streamers talking about it. We usually do the Daymore Rally, though. I've done that the past 2 years, and then I have done Fighter Flight 2 out of the past 3. So it is pretty fun. I do hope SIG provides some help, kind of. I know it was a little rough, the Fighter Flight this year, as you had to do it in free fly, so everybody was kind of white there. Their tags were white, so it was kind of hard to clarify who's your enemy and who's on your side. Would like to have some more tools kind of to help with the practice and stuff as well. Not 100% sure why they didn't allow at least the 3-on-3 game mode in Arena Commander, or put a 3-on-3 game mode in Arena Commander prior to the event, just so we could have some practice, but it definitely is what it is. I do have to wait 1:31 for this. Oh, this one's a lot better. So yeah, going over this, and we'll go ahead and get started. So for this mission, actually, sorry about that. We'll start with this. So the contract, go to contracts here, investigation, and then you'll see this Jort dossier, Project Hyperion. So if we go back to those other missions, there I think is eight missions you have to do prior. So once you do those missions from last patch, you'll actually be able to receive this 677k. It's actually pretty nice for what it is. You'll just accept that, and then it'll actually go to the location. And while we're waiting on this, so of course for ship choices, I've been going to C8R Pisces. You don't have a lot of room to store anything. I also have been going the Starlancer Tech. That's at Everest Harbor right now though, so it gives you a little bit more room. And then if I did, I would recommend as well, of course you can do the Apollos. I think that's a little bit overkill. You just need a size 3 bed. For this mission too, you have to land at those ASD locations, so you can't have any ships over a large, that fit in a large hangar. So I could see the Asgard with the RSI medical vehicle. Completely blanked on what it was called. But yeah, I could definitely go with that. So it looks like we're good with this. And C8R. So just make sure with those new medical, you have some med gel if you need it. Yeah, hasn't really needed it so far. It's kind of weird though. I feel like every time the ship blows up or you have to claim a new ship, I feel like it resets the med gel. So kind of the same thing as I think Torps were like that. Instead of having to buy those a few patches back, all you'd have to do is just blow up your ship and you get new missiles, new Torps. So they fixed that, but I think the medical gameplay is kind of the same here. So if you run out of med gel, just blow up the ship. So yeah, we'll get into this now. There's the ship. And we will see what I have on, right? So I usually run heavy for these types of missions. Something you're okay with losing, so no special armor here. ADP Woodlands, ADP Grey Arms, Chest, and MK4. So the first part actually, yeah, so this is pretty much the armor. Also have been having pretty good luck with the Sterling Exploration backpack. It's quite large, so you can fit everything there. So really, I've been looking at these two weapons. So of course, this P6LR, I do have a scorched 4x scope on there right now, and then a tactic suppressor level or size 2. Those are definitely my go-tos, especially the first engineering part. Usually the second part, when I don't need the other few things, I'll add the Demico LMG. It's quite good for the Copian, and then the second part when you just need to throw some bullets down range. So I will reset this up. I think I was changing a few things around. Alright, so for the first part of the mission with engineering, I'll actually take the Demico and I'll stick that in the hangar. Or in the C8R in this case. So I do go a max lift tractor beam and a Cambrio SRT. And that's quite different, I think, from what most people actually do. It's just a bit easier for me. So you can see here, if I fire right stick, that's going to be repair. That 92 here, that's how much you've got left. And to actually add that, you'll have to go to customize, scroll down, and you'll see that Cambrio SRT. So once you right click on that, you'll actually have access to that. You're good to go. So since I have 92% still, there is no reason for me to take any canisters, so this canister don't need. That was an EMON stabilizer, R1. I do carry a multi-tool, a knife, just because I like to use the knife, and a medical kit, or a med device, sorry about that. So nothing too spectacular. Just make sure you check everything, make sure it still has juice. So that's 43 out of 200. I'll go ahead and put this in. I got 200 there. May take one just in case. You also, besides the SRT, like I said, I have the tractor beam, but I do have this mining attachment. This has been the fastest thing I've been able to do, so definitely keep the mining attachment there. Grenades, I don't think I actually have any grenades right now, so we'll have to get it off some dead bodies, and then we should be good. So I am going to take that off. As far as ammo, of course, I've been running at about maybe around 40-50 mags of P6, where that's my definitely go-to gun, especially for the first part. And then I've been running around 15 mags for the Demico. I do have the extra mining attachment I don't need here, so I won't be using that, but I do take a tractor beam as well. And go from there, right? So I think that's all we need for this. I may actually take one more just for the hell of it. That'll put me at 15. Actually, that's 2. Where's 15? Alright, so not too much here. A few med pins. Take about 8 of those, not a big deal. Put in the core armor. Decon pins, have a few of those, don't really need them right now. So I do, like I said before, have that tractor beam, do have the Demico. We can go over that later. As I'm using the med beds, don't really need crews. And I think that's all we pretty much need. Oh yeah, so sorry about that. I did mess up a little bit. So I do not have a scope on here. Something happened last time around, so I'm going to put a 4 times there. I do have a Tactic 2 on the Demico, and I have actually been using a Scorched compensator as well. Scorched 2, so I'm going to split 1 there. Scorched 2, it'll go there, but for now I'm going to throw this in here. And I use a 8 times here, or a 16. Let's see if I can find a 16 real quick. So you definitely don't have to use this stuff, but it is much easier if you do use a larger scope in that big room. There's a 16 here, and I'll go with that. So this is really my setup. I don't really mess with pistols, and I know most people don't use these rifles. I think these rifles, Cambriel SRT in particular, as well as that max lift, I think it makes it, the first part at least, much easier. And yeah, so I think I'm good. Good to go. So we will get started. Check this, make sure everything's repulled. Got about 400 rounds, should be clear. Definitely like, follow, subscribe if you guys don't care. I am doing a CitizenCon watch party. Oh yeah, medical assistant. So I'm doing a CitizenCon watch party for the CitizenCon Direct, which is the 11th of October. If you haven't seen my other video that I posted today, we're going to be giving away a few things. I have the Gleam set up and start kind of for the first thing. So I'm separating it kind of into three main sections, I guess, 3 streams. First is going to be kind of a pre-stream, so we're going to look at what was discussed last CitizenCon, as well as a few other things, just to get some discussion going. Once we get done with that, I think that's from 1 to 3. We'll go into the CitizenCon watch party, let that run out. I don't think we'll have too much discussion, but we'll see where we go there. And then after 3, I'm planning on maybe another hour kind of a post stream, and that'll go over kind of what had happened, and hopefully get some questions, some comments and such for that. So that is October the 11th from 1 p.m. Eastern to 4. It is split into 3 things though. So, like I said, it's split into three. Sorry, guys. Oh, come on. Stay. Stay. Alright, that's not working out. Sorry about that. Usually it's not as hard to do this, but we will see. I've been running, I usually hit about 45 minutes per thing. I am not going to go over everything. I am looking for the ASD Geist armor right now, so I will try to check those boxes out. There's 3 chest piece boxes in engineering, and then of course there's legs and arms and helmet in research. So I will go for that. As far as the boxes for the core bell, the new heavy utility armor, I'm not really going to go over that. You can check out Mr. Kraken has a few videos for those locations. They're not that hard to get compared to the Geist ASD. So you should be able to find maybe, like, I think it took me two to 3 attempts to actually find that, the full set. So I wouldn't worry about it too much, but should be good. So it looks like now we're coming in about 50 kilometers from the location. And if you haven't ran the other missions, I think there's 8 different missions. If you haven't ran those, do definitely run those. So you can get to this mission itself. It does kind of suck, this mission. You only get 1 resource, so only 1 person gets the resources. So it's not really worth anybody to hop with you to get any of that. Which makes most people just want to do it solo, including myself. About 5 kilometers down. Nothing like a storm. Been having some problems flying with mouse and keyboard lately. I'm not used to it still. I do have sticks. I do have a Thrustmaster stick. It's getting into something else, but I've been running with a Thrustmaster stick for quite some time now. Don't actually have the new stick, so I've been running with the Eva base. I think it's the F16 stick. So just a regular sim stick. It's been doing pretty good so far, though. Was hoping Thrustmaster would give me a new stick to check out. They, in fact, not yet. I don't even think they know who I am. No big deal, though. I'll get there. Alright, we're touched down. Alright, so just double checking medical assistant. You see regeneration, Amphilate C. You also see 200 out of 200 med gel. So if I do die, you only use, I think, 100. For this mission, I put this up, and then I should be good with the rest of it. Perfect. So, like I said before, you can do this mission with just the utility tool. I just think the rifle's a little bit easier to use. For this instance, anyway. If I was just doing a regular run, I didn't need the tractor rifle, or if I had more than 1 person, I would probably only take one of them. I'll let somebody else take the other one. The max lift, it is a little bit easier to grab those plasma cartridges out with that instead of the utility multi-tool. And it's all about efficiency, right? So just trying to get everything out as fast as possible. So go through here, definitely go to engineering and go to the first part. So we'll get down through here. Usually there's only 2 people to kill at the start. Then you'll have two worms in front, a large worm depending on what's where. In the middle, that might actually come out the second part, which we'll go over, and then you'll have 2 other worms to the left. for now. If you forget your multi-tool, you can always move that there. And I am definitely not a loot goblin, so I don't really care about the loot here. 1, 2. Alright, 2 out of 3 is not bad, right? I got lucky today, I think it was this morning, actually it might have been yesterday. I was able to already have everybody killed before I started. So I'll turn back. And, oh. Well, that was not fun. Alright, so these are the first locations. Load. There's 2. Alright, so here's 2. You can see this green here. So 2 is green, you don't have to worry about that. But 1, 3, and 4 are. So this is where the Cambrio comes into play. This is red, so you'll repair that. It'll turn to green, as you see. Take 5. There's my multi-tool. You'll have to destroy these. You have a little bit of timer here, so you don't have to rush too much, but faster the better, right? Alright, and I like to store this, and then we will pull this. So like I said, you'll have to do this for the first, third, and you see it turns green. The third, looks like that's green already. We'll see. Oh, that's cool. Don't tell me this is bugged. That's gonna suck. So this is the first time it will be bugged, if so. There's 4. We'll see, there was a bug. If this is bugged, let me still try to. Nope, so still says it's blocked. Not connected. Well, that sucks. Yeah, early night, guys. Give it a few more minutes. If it doesn't populate back up while these 2 do, then we may have to follow along without the first part. Blockage detected. So that's red now. That's green. That's possibly red. So if you do this and it turns red, and you can run here. You have to take some out with the right click. Turn back to green. That's red as well. Well, crap. Four's out, three's out. Yeah, it's bugged. That stinks. Alright, so I'm just going to speed run this and we're going to go get the armor then. Sounds good to me. So next part, of course, would be this part. You would grab some stuff, put those in those canisters there, and then go from there. But not working. I've got some other videos that we can run for that. So sorry guys, definitely no longer a Project Hyperion video, but it is what it is. We have to do what we have to do. This is 4 down. And I'm still looking for the cores and all of those, so we'll just speed run this real quick. This would be the third location where you would have to grab some stuff. You'd have to dump the data there on the left. Like I said, not too worried about it now. So this is the first time, I think I've done this mission 4 or 5 times already. This is the first time it's actually been bugged, so that kind of sucks, of course, when I try to live stream it. But kind of everything goes still, right? So you still prepare the same way, and all of that jazz. Still prepare the same way, and then I'll have some more videos. I didn't want to actually have to work on video, but it happens. So I'll stick that video up, go over that, and then with this video you should be good to go for your Hyperion runs, as long as it's not bugged. Kind of sucks. This is the next location, so you can see up here you've got that radiation and everything. Don't have to do that. And if you've already done the other missions, then you already know what's up. You have to fix that pipe. No big deal though. I saw a body. There should be 2 more guys in this room. And like I said, even though we're not doing it, it's definitely how you do this mission. So this part you'll have to jump. Jump, jump, jump. Just make sure this, now you hold the space bar, and you are through. This is probably coming up the most difficult part of the whole thing. And that does suck, guys. I was hoping I could run this whole thing with you guys. I'll still show you guys most of it. We'll just cut it from part B. Yeah. Gotta love Star Citizen, right? Still is a pretty nice game. I do enjoy it. I've been playing it now for like 3 years. It's definitely an alpha or beta, whatever, alpha, whatever you call it. There's other games. I played Alice for a bit. That wasn't my favorite. Played some other games as well. Oh, I needed that grenade. Careful, this is good. Let's see here. Size 1. Alright. So this port's a little bit different. You'll have to do the region codes and everything. It looks like it's about to blow. I like to stay here. You can see the blowback. See the blowback. Good to go. Alright. Going there. Going down. And we're still going to run it like I usually run it. So you do have to watch those guys up top there. Low. That will be okay. You don't have to worry about too much rat. Next location. So for this part, it's easier kind of doing what I'm doing here. You'll go through each section. Once you hit each section and clear it, you go through the lab, then you'll start back at 1. Just looking at this, these locations here, you'll have to pull those things. So you'll have to pull your corresponding to from 1 to 6. Like we went over before, there's some things that you can do to show. Here, and then once you pull those 6, you'll go to the middle, and you can see on these locations you'll have to hit this first, and once you hit that, then you hit that, you're good to go. And that will take you to your region code. All that jazz. I'm gonna take this not slow, but somewhat slow, because I really don't want to die. Come on, pop your head up. Perfect. Alright. 100%. So once you pop the code, grab that, you will exit this way, and hopefully we will find a core that I'm looking for. This is just the standard. Check out some ammo. Off my knives. Ooh, I hate buying that. That's pretty cool. Some of that. Alright, so nothing here we want. Here's the next core. Geist armor. It's the basic last core. Still nothing. Shit. Alright, let me just double check. This is a standard core. This is the standard core. Alright, don't need that. So once you get this stuff, you'll get out of here. Like I said, we'll go over that whenever that video. I'll have to publish that probably this week sometime. I've got a trade show coming up here next week that actually ends in October, the 11th. Well, actually the 10th. So I'll have to travel from Michigan back home. It's like a 5-hour drive. But I should have everything ready to go by the 11th. So definitely, if you enjoy this video, if you want to hop in for the other thing, or if you think you would like to hop in for CitizenCon Direct, hop in. That's the medical wing if you need it. Definitely hop in, win some prizes, hang out, talk about some Star Citizen. I do enjoy discussing anything new. There's a lot of lore and a lot of stuff that has happened in the past events that they talk about. So it's always good to get different perspectives. So if I was not, mission was not messed up, then I would be doing this anyway. So go here, and then I'm doing everything like I would if it was actually working right. So going back to the Theodore, you don't need those tractor rifles anymore, so definitely just take that away. Store those. Yeah, so store those. Don't need that. Store all of that. Don't need all of that. I'm going to take this out. All of that. I'm going to load these two. This third one is grab that. So like I said before, it's a bit easier just to use this for the next one. Getting rounds there, 65 rounds there. Much easier to use this in conjunction. And I'll show you guys how I do the research. So I will wait for Site B until I can get that video out, like I said before. But we'll run through these parts. So first part wasn't too bad. We only ran through kind of half of those last platforms. The key there is definitely to take everybody out of the platforms first, and then you come back around and hit those switches. And once you hit those switches, I think you should be good to go. Usually, if you already cleared out, you can hit 3 switches in about an attempt, or about a pulse. So if you remember from that guide, it says you have 6 pulses. So if you hit 3, you really only need 2 pulses, which is a good thing for that reset. So research wing, it's really not too bad. I'll be going up through where I usually go to anyway. That's my loop for loot. We'll go from there. I'm not expecting me to get the ASD piece out here, but we'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and customize this. Scorch scope there. Perfect. Doors up. You're going decent route, and there should be 4 guys that spawn here. Well, that's a cool jumpsuit. I don't think I've seen that one before. Just want that jumpsuit actually. Alright, that's the first time I have seen that jumpsuit. Well, Didn't get anything we wanted, but at least we got a jumpsuit, right? So we will hit this next. Oh, it's not good. So we don't want to go this direction. We want to go down one more. So slow. So if you are stuck like that, make sure you will mouse up. This is how I like to do this one. So your first set will be over here, and your second set will actually be over there as well. And your first resource, if you want to grab those. There's one body down. So those are the first 2 packs. I like to go here, reset up. I do like that scope though. Alright, and this is what I usually do with this route, so pretty much in the same boat I'm always in. Get back up to 100. Always make sure you repull. That has saved me so many times. And I am gonna check this out. So this is desert, don't need that. Down. No, here. It's just a regular helmet. Two down. Three down. So this is where you go for the lab. Clear that way, sweet. Alright, dogs. Usually a third dog somewhere. Somewhere else. So yeah, third dog is usually here. It's kind of freaking me out, waiting for him to just pop up. This is the thermal vent. Oh, sorry, thermal vent, my bad. Still not old. So, worth crouching. 2 dogs here. Always reload, and now we are into the 2nd floor. Hello? What? What? Are they ending? I thought it was too. I told you. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep, that's pretty much it. Love you. Sorry about that. We were watching the adulthood movie. I had to finish it yesterday, or sorry, today. It was okay. Was not my favorite. The movie actually was pretty nice. It was the ending that sucked on it, though. through here. Like I said, this is the way that I usually go. Slide out. No, I definitely checked that one out. Okay. Yep. So, no arms. And in particular, I'm looking for the Geist armor here. It's not like I'm having any luck this time around. 1, 2, 3. A, B, C. So this next part, there's some lab guys that'll spawn most of the time. Just gotta watch them. They actually have decent DPS for not having anything except a pistol. Not my favorite, but it is what it is. Alright. Slide out. Nice armor. That's rogue legs. So you'll have to download this at some point. Lab guys jump out. I'm not seeing any right now. That's plus. This does suck that it doesn't suck that it didn't work. We would have made actually pretty decent timing, I think. You got this door. Shouldn't be anything spawning in. And these are our last 2 locations. Sometime there's a guy here at the bottom. Not seeing anybody though. Doesn't look like he's here. And we'll hit this one up, hit another one up, and then we'll call the elevator. So it does suck. Sorry guys, I wish I could have showed you everything. It's a guy's rogue. Don't want. Dirty rascal. Coming up the damn woodworks on me. Alright, this is the last thing. And that's Forrest's backpack that we didn't need. Tier 3 for nothing. I've gotten anything else, but at least got a backpack. It's the little things in life. So, this takes us to B-Wing. So there's no reason for me to get to B-Wing since I can't actually complete that anyway. So I'm not too worried about it right now. Okay. Theodore, but I'll at least show you guys where it's at. So it wasn't too much. Tier 3 right now. Usually I can pull it off that one. Rifle didn't want to work though. But these are the two parts. So yeah, the lab is where you go to get the weapons resource. You'll see that in the video that I'll have the recording. Once you get that, you go to the exit and you will see this location. So down here is actually where you go for viewing, and that will be on the video. So that kind of sucks that I couldn't actually show that. Kind of excited to do that on live. Of course, that means I'll have to do some video editing. But no big deal anyway, right? Could be worse, I guess. Take some random loot while I'm here. Not that I need any of this. Sorry about that. Yeah, so medium, armaments, medium. I think that's all we have here. So yeah, I mean that's not too bad. The hardest part, like I said, is that engineering. We kind of walked through that. It sucks that I couldn't get past the first thing. But it's Star Citizen, so what happens? I think I have all of the locations of the core bell armor as well in the recording. So I'll definitely get that out there, and then we'll go from there. So hopefully you guys get a better guide. I'm glad I got to walk through it still with you guys, but hopefully you guys will get a better walkthrough once that recording is released. Definitely for more content. I did have the 101 just to show everybody how to create an account. So next week, I think we'll be just going over the basics. So once you start into the game, how you do all that stuff. Definitely use my referral code if you don't mind. I do plan on giving away some other stuff. Whoever uses my referral. Some vehicles and some other stuff. Yeah, so there is a few more things I wanted to cover. So I'm gonna wait until I get stuff. So I don't know what the deal is with spawning now. If you backspace or you die, you get all of your stuff still. So pretty sure that's a bug on their side. I'm not complaining too much about it. I only complain about the stuff that stops me from game content. Like this thermal vent thing. No big deal. But yeah, if you die, you still have all of your stuff. So they'll probably have to work on that a little bit. Looks like I've got everything here. Alright, so the quickest way to do this is I'm going to just have my admin, remove all, and it is cool to have admin privileges. I had a few fights with my Idris, and my backspace. See if we have everything here. So definitely it doesn't look like anybody's watched this live, but if you get the opportunity to watch this after, comment, let me know how I did. You know, if my Yeti's working correctly, if you can hear everything. And yeah, For all intents and purposes, that is how you do this mission. Not too bad. I got a jumpsuit after it. Makes it even better, right, guys? SD helmet. Totally dig it. Some boots. Still think I like. Is that the? Oh, I didn't get anything else, but I at least got the ASD jumpsuit, right? At least that was a plus. ASD there. ASD hoodie. It's a random jump. Oh, I do not see. There it is. That's what I've got right now. So, um, oh yeah. So, just going over containers. So this is what you'll get from those missions, like I was talking about before. I have all of them. Maybe two. Yeah, I got 6. All right. So RG1. We got 2 RG1s and RG2 and RG3. So you need 5 RG1s, 5 RG2s, 5 RGL3s. And then you'll put that with this armor. Might as well go over this real quick, guys. Sorry about that. I'm everywhere. So you will have to put it on this armor. Meyer helmet. Some guys that I had. Should see a Meyer cord. Maybe down here. That's not good. Or Bellmeyer. There we go. Sorry, guys. I was losing my head there. Armor. That off. Do some arms. Should see that somewhere. That's the patina. That's the Meyer. You want legs. And back is the Novikov backpack miner. So this is the look of the utility. That's the one you'll need to turn in. And of course you'll go here, contracts, Wickaloo, other items, and you should see 15 interceptor. Man. 12 exploration, that's just an exploration suit. Agree. That actually might not be too hard to get. I'll have to check that out actually. Get your arms, favor, advocacy badges. I think I almost might have 5 helmets. There we go. Shiny pillar suit. So Meyer, Novikov, Meyer. You'll need 10 AST drives, so if you did the first 2 ports, you'll have those 10 drives. And like I said, RG1, RG2, and RG3. So there's that. That'd be nice. I don't need it though. There. I may actually go for this. Need 5 helmets and 20 replica badges. Sorry guys, I know I'm just drawing this out. It is what it is though. Some suits. Oh, that's cool. Sorry, because I just feel like it. That ASD suit does look pretty nice. Alright, I got 1 interceptor helmet there. And this is what the interceptor helmets look like. So if you guys need that. Where'd it go? 3. Oh, that's nice too, though. Daybreak. There's the Hurston. Xenon's red armor. Oh, I got an anti-M armor. I forgot. I need to quit spawning you with these things now. It's getting out of hand. That's an element. Justified, brushwood. I think I need to get rid of most of this stuff now too. Alright, there's the sapphire helmet. So I have 3. So I'm close, actually. I might just go for it. And then check pristine metals real quick. Yeah, this armor's where it's at. So I will probably actually be in light armor 95% of the time. I do like this. Strata black. Get some legs. Strata black. good with my tungsten. And I suppose they reward for the you also have the ability to use weapons. Oh, I don't want to grab here. One second here. Melee. That looks nice. Wish I had stats for this though. Rad protection 26-4, temperature rating. This is medium armor, damage reduction 30. Damage reduction 30. Damage reduction 30. Damage reduction 30. Let's see, heavy weapons, armor. Where's ADP? Yeah. Damage reduction 20. Oof. Alright. So yeah. So sorry about that, guys. And then battles. Advocacy badges. Sextant, placeholder, placeholder. Scraper. I thought I had some. I may not have any. It's not good. It's not like it would be. Alright, so I'd need pristine. Contracts, offers, wiggle. 50 juvenile Velicor things. Suit. 3 favors. I can get 3 favors, no big deal. 5 interceptor helmets and 20 advocacy badges. Okay, I have 1. So I need to find out where the rest of them are. At least I know what they look like, right? Right, guys. And just checking these Wicklow things. Favors, bits, orbital position, comp boards, and care knight. 50 Quantanium. What do they think this is? Take down ship. Fire have those. Not bored. Let's go talk to Christine. Some mod. Let's see if I actually have these still. Mercenary. Here's security patrol. Alright, so if you guys don't know this, how you get the helmets, you need 5 for that thing. I still have those medals though, so I'm not too worried about it, but this is definitely the way to get it. It's nice to have 2 or 3 people around as well. So, I think that's all I've got right now, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Definitely look for that recording. Sorry I couldn't get this done. I was hoping I could get that mission done so you guys were hanging out. The only other thing that I will do, if I can get this going, is show you guys just realized that I have one here. So we were gonna have a citizen watch party. That's gonna be October the 11th, from 1 to 5. It's more like 1 to 6 probably. We're gonna separate it out into 3 things. We're gonna have a pre-party there. We may have one of the goodies giveaways. During the actual event, we'll probably have another goodies giveaway. Plus maybe the L21 Wolf. And then on the after party, I'm looking to get that third giveaway, third goodies pack going, as well as maybe that Elysium thing. And depending on our Elysium patch bundle, sorry, Elysium bundle. If we get more, of course, we'll have some more going there. So we're also, if you use my code, also gonna do the new account giveaway. Definitely worth checking it out, guys. If you need any more information or anything, definitely hit me up. So that giveaway for the new account, you do not have to spend the additional $40. So this kind of gives you a way to get a free account. All you have to do is use that referral. So I'll be able to see you would use the referral code, and then give that away. But more information come about that. Alright, everybody. Well, thanks for hanging out. We'll come back to it again, see if we can get it going next time. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.